Above the mortal world lay a realm of unending splendor, where the light of the Creator illuminated all. Golden towers touched the heavens, and divine energy flowed like rivers among the angelic hosts. The sons of God stood united in harmony, their forms radiating purity and grace. They lived to serve, their hearts filled with peace, and their eyes fixed upon the Creator's throne. Divine energy coursed through the realm like rivers of light, carrying the Creator's will to every corner. The air hummed with celestial melodies, a symphony of perfect harmony. At the heart of the realm was the throne of the Creator, a brilliance too great for mortal eyes. The celestial realm knew no strife. Here, peace reigned supreme, and the sons of God dwelt in blissful communion, their lives devoted to the Creator's glory. But within this perfection, a shadow began to stir. A single heart wavered, and the seeds of rebellion were sown in silence. In the heart of paradise, a single angel's thoughts turned inward. Once filled with the Creator's glory, its heart now questioned the path laid before it. In the stillness, a whisper came. Doubt crept into the angel's mind, planting seeds of rebellion that would soon bloom into defiance. It did not take long for the seeds of rebellion to spread. Drawn by its words, others began to gather. With words that ignited flames in their hearts, the rebel angel rose as a leader. Its promises of freedom and power began to take root in the hearts of the disillusioned. The celestial realm, once united, began to fracture. A choice was laid before each heart: remain in harmony or follow the call of rebellion. In secret, they met, their numbers growing with each passing moment. But not all hearts were swayed. Among the faithful, loyalty burned brighter than the lure of rebellion, and they stood firm in the Creator's light. The rebellion grew bold. In secret, they gathered in multitudes, their leader promising a kingdom of their own, free from the Creator's will. The air grew heavy with tension as the harmony of the celestial realm began to falter. With one final declaration, the rebel vowed to overthrow the Creator's rule. The heavens themselves trembled at the rebellion's roar. Light clashed with shadow, and the stage was set for a battle that would change creation forever. And so it began. The first move was made, and rebellion soared across the heavens, shattering the peace of eternity. A new reign, born from rebellion, had begun. At the precipice of choice, the leader, Reb, stood still. The voices of the faithful rose behind Reb, a plea for their return, a cry of love and despair. Yet the darkness ahead drowned out the harmony, tempting Reb further away. A vision of what could be emerged, a future where power ruled, where the Nephilim would rise as gods among men. The Creator's presence, soft yet unyielding, reached out from the golden throne. It was a final plea, a beacon of hope amidst the growing shadows. Conflict raged within. The pull of devotion and the allure of power tore at Reb's very being. The shadows returned, their call louder, their promise clearer. With one step, the choice was made. The celestial realm wept as its light faltered, giving way to the rising storm of rebellion. The heavens began to fracture, torn apart by the weight of rebellion. And so, Reb fell into the darkness, into a new world. Their wings carried them toward the unknown, where power and chaos awaited. The earth awaited, vast and unprepared for the storm that now approached. The descent marked the beginning of a new age, an age of gods and giants. The heavens recoiled as the breach began to close. Reb hurtled downward. The purity of light was left behind, replaced by the storm of rebellion. The world awaited below, untouched by the rebellion above. From the celestial breach, the fallen begin to descend, their once pure wings now tainted by shadow. Their purpose was clear, to take what was forbidden. Below, humanity gazed in awe and fear as the skies bore wonders they could not comprehend. With a deafening crash, Reb's fall scarred the earth. The ground shook, and the land bore witness to the arrival of a being no longer of light nor shadow, but something in between. From the crater, they rose anew. They were no longer bound by the light, but empowered by the darkness they had embraced. The heavens bore scars, and humanity could only watch as the storm of rebellion touched their world. Drawn by curiosity and fear, humanity stepped forward. Reb stood among them, his voice calm, yet commanding. "Fear not," he declared. "We have come to bring knowledge, power, and a new order to your world." The first among humanity knelt, their submission a quiet act of both fear and hope. The fallen stood united, their gaze fixed upon humanity. They had crossed the boundary of light and shadow, and now Earth was theirs to claim. And so, the descent was complete. The silence of the heavens was replaced by the whispers of humanity's submission, marking the dawn of a new age. And so, the fallen angels broke the sacred laws, uniting with the daughters of men in acts that defied the Creator's will. From these unions came the Nephilim, giants born with unnatural strength and power, a legacy of defiance. They grew swiftly, their size and strength unmatched. The earth trembled beneath their feet even in their youth. Their strength was unmatched, and humanity marveled at their power. Yet awe soon gave way to fear. As they reached their full stature, the Nephilim became giants among mortals, living monuments to the rebellion of their fathers. The earth itself groaned under their presence, unable to bear the weight of these unnatural beings. With their strength, they began to dominate humanity, bending them to their will as the balance of power shifted. The Nephilim's might knew no bounds, but with their power came destruction. Nature itself fled before their savagery. They trained for war, their battles shaking the ground and sending fear through all who dared to approach. Humanity bowed in submission, offering their labor and their lives to appease their towering overlords. Yet, even in the shadow of their tyranny, sparks of resistance began to stir among the hearts of men. The Nephilim turned their immense strength toward shaping the earth, commanding armies of enslaved humans to construct cities that pierced the heavens. With brutal strength and unyielding authority, the Nephilim enslaved mankind, forcing them to labor under an iron rule. Humanity lived in fear, offering tributes to their towering masters in hopes of mercy and survival. The Nephilim reshaped the earth for their ambitions, showing no regard for the delicate balance of nature or the lives of men. Those who dared to resist were met with merciless force, their defiance crushed under the weight of the giant's strength. They declared themselves rulers of the earth, as humanity cowered beneath their feet. Their power bred arrogance as they indulged in their excesses while the world beneath them withered. Yet, in the shadows of despair, humanity began to plot their survival, whispering of hope and resistance. Blinded by their power, the Nephilim believed themselves invincible, rulers of a world shaped by their hands. In the heavens, there was mourning. The harmony of creation had been broken, and the cries of the oppressed rose like thunder. The Creator looked upon the earth, seeing the suffering of his creation and the corruption of his once beautiful world. The world was no longer as it had been created, but justice demanded action. The Creator's hand moved, and the decision was made to cleanse the earth and restore balance. The heavens opened, and the first drops of cleansing rain fell, a warning, a beginning. The rain intensified, rivers swelled, and thunder roared. Humanity's cries were drowned by the storm, as the earth prepared to be cleansed. The Creator spoke to Noah, a righteous man in a sea of corruption.
Build an ark,
He commanded.
for the earth shall be cleansed, and only you and your household shall be saved.
If you haven't subscribed yet, please don't forget to do so. It really helps us continue providing you with amazing videos like this.